We've reached the end of 2025. Was it better or worse than 2024? I'll let you decide. 2025 was personally a good year for me. This year I broke the chains holding me back, accomplished some real-world things, and worked more on my art. Anyway, last year I made a list of things I watched in 2024, and I figured I'd do the same for 2025. No point in beating around the bush. Number 10. She-Ra and the Princesses of Power. I decided to watch this series before it leaves Netflix this year. Although I haven't seen the original Masters of the Universe yet, I found this reboot enjoyable. The story centers on Adora, who discovers a magical sword that transforms her into the legendary She-Ra. Empowered by her new abilities, Adora rises to lead the fight against the evil horde and defend Etheria. I appreciate the show's anime-inspired style and its strong ensemble cast. I also liked its exploration of themes such as friendship, identity, and the complexities of war. Number 9. A Goofy movie. You can expect to see more films on this list that I watch specifically to celebrate big anniversaries. For a Goofy movie, it was its 30th. The story follows Goofy as he tries to bond with his son Max on a cross-country fishing trip, but Goofy's well-meaning awkwardness keeps clashing with Max's plans to impress Roxanne. Their journey is packed with hilarious misadventures and heartfelt moments. A Goofy movie truly stands the test of time. If anything, I enjoy it more with every rewatch. The humor is sharp as ever, and the relationship between Max and Goofy feels authentic. It's easy to see why this film has earned its cult classic status. Number 8.
Stay back, I got a chainsaw! Uh-oh.
Chainsaw Man. I watched this series to get ready for the Reze arc, which by the way, was a blast. The story centers on Denji, whose modest wish is just to enjoy a peaceful life. Unfortunately, reality is much harsher. To pay off overwhelming debts, he's coerced by the Yakuza into hunting devils. Armed with his pet devil, Denji is willing to go to any length for even the smallest amount of money. Chainsaw Man is an anime that combines action, comedy, horror, and dark fantasy in a way that feels energetic and fresh. The 2D animation is impressive, and the seamless integration of 3D elements never feels out of place. Overall, it's a wild, entertaining ride. I'm looking forward to what the series has in store next. Number 7. Jaws. I watched this film for the 50th anniversary. After a deadly shark terrorizes the coastal town of Amity, a police chief, a rookie marine biologist, and a seasoned shark hunter join forces in a race to stop the predator before it attacks again. Well, the movie unfortunately created a negative image for sharks, though we all know the real villain is the mayor. Its cultural impact is undeniable. Due to the mechanical shark's frequent malfunctions, the filmmakers opted to show the creature only occasionally. This choice ultimately worked in the film's favor, intensifying the suspense by tapping into the audience's fear of what isn't seen. In the end, it's the human characters who drive the story, with the most memorable scenes coming from their interactions rather than the shark's appearance. This film is worthy of the title the first summer blockbuster. Number 6. Star Wars Episode 3. Revenge of the Sith. I revisited this film for its 20th anniversary, and looking back, I can confidently call it my favorite Star Wars installment, even surpassing The Empire Strikes Back. My appreciation isn't just nostalgia talking. The film's themes of love, loss, betrayal, corruption, and the fall of democracy have only grown more relevant with the time. Like, these lines hit post home, especially now.
Sometimes I wonder what's happening to the Jedi Order. I think this war is destroying the principles of the Republic.
Have you ever considered that we may be on the wrong side? What if the democracy we thought we were serving no longer exists, and the Republic has become the very evil we've been fighting to destroy?
In order to ensure the security and continuing stability, the Republic will be reorganized into the first galactic empire for a safe and secure society.
So this is how liberty dies. With thunderous applause.
The pacing is tight, and visually it's the standout of the prequel trilogy. Plus, you'd be lying if you didn't feel anything during the Great Jedi Purge, Padme's funeral, and Anakin's devastating realization of his loss. It's a film that continues to move me with each viewing, and I'm glad the prequels as a whole are gaining a new appreciation. Number 5. Val. I watched this film to commemorate the passing of Val Kilmer. This documentary provides an insightful look into Val Kilmer's formative years and professional journey, skillfully blending a wealth of archival footage from his diverse acting roles and narration by his son, sharing deeper perspectives on Kilmer's life both in front of the camera and behind the camera. The film also explores the difficulties and obstacles in an acting career. Watching it is a touching experience, made even more powerful by Val Kilmer's passing. More than just honoring his cinematic achievements, the documentary stands as a testament to perseverance and enduring strength of the human spirit. Speaking of Val Kilmer, number 4, The Prince of Egypt. I watched this film for Passover. As one of DreamWorks' earliest releases, The Prince of Egypt is widely regarded as one of their finest, and I wholeheartedly agree. It's not only one of my favorite DreamWorks movies, but also stands out as my favorite adaptation of the Exodus story. While the film takes some licenses, it maintains the original story's significance, worth, and virtue. Despite its PG rating, the film deals with mature themes, and the animation is truly remarkable. Number 3. Gravity Falls. Okay, I'll be honest. Prior to this, I had only seen the first 15 episodes of the show, and never got around to watching the rest. But now...
After all these years, finally, we have them all.
Gravity Falls is widely regarded as one of Disney Channel's top animated series, and after watching the whole show, I completely understand the praise. It set the stage for later hits like Amphibia and The Owl House, both of which included its creators in the production. The story follows 12-year-old twins Dipper and Maple Pines as they spend their summer with their great-uncle Stan in the enigmatic town of Gravity Falls, Oregon. While assisting Stan with his quirky tourist trap, the Mystery Shack, the siblings investigate and unravel the town's many supernatural and paranormal secrets. The series stands out for its compelling mysteries, memorable cast of characters, and sharp humor. The series was also not afraid to get dark and at times emotional. Number 2. Mary and Max. As someone on the spectrum, I've been meaning to check out this film. And after really enjoying Adam Elliott's other film, Memoir of a Snail, I was looking forward to it. I'm glad to say it is another outstanding film. The story explores an unexpected friendship between pen pals Mary, a lonely 8-year-old from Melbourne's suburbs, and Max, a 44-year-old man on the spectrum in New York City. I found this film's depiction of autism to be both genuine and respectful, something Hollywood could certainly take notes from. I strongly identified with Max and his challenges. Although the story is often somber, it skillfully uses dark humor to make difficult, often taboo subjects more approachable, while still following sensitivity when needed. The conclusion is especially moving. I was genuinely touched, experiencing a blend of sadness and joy. Before I get into number 1, I have some honorable mentions. Dances with Wolves. I get why some aspects of this film might turn people off, but overall, I found it enjoyable, and appreciate its genuine approach. Also, rest in peace, Graham Greene. Rhymes for Young Ghouls. I wanted to highlight something lesser known. This film tackles touchy subjects with grace, and is told in a way that almost veers into horror territory. The original Snow White, Lilo and Stitch, and How to Train Your Dragon. I watched these as a protest against these films being remade into live action. All 3 are classics and are still enjoyable. Vampire Hunter D and Vampire Hunter D Bloodlust. I watched the first Vampire Hunter D in theaters with friends to celebrate the 40th anniversary, and the sequel at home on Halloween. Both are staples of horror anime. Pleasant Inn. This short film is worth an honorable mention. I won't say much else, because honestly, the less you know going in, the better. And the number 1 thing I watched in 2025 is Avatar: The Last Airbender. I watched this to celebrate the show's 20th anniversary. The story is set in a world divided among 4 nations: the Water Tribes, the Earth Kingdom, the Fire Nation, and the Air Nomads. For generations, these nations lived in harmony, until the Fire Nation attacked. When the world needed the Avatar most, the only one capable of bending all 4 elements and maintaining peace, he vanished. 100 years later, Aang, a 12-year-old airbender, and the new Avatar is discovered frozen in an iceberg by Katara and Sokka of the Water Tribe. What makes Avatar The Last Airbender truly special is how well it has stood the test of time. The animation is truly impressive, the world building and lore are rich and immersive, and the characters are complex and relatable as ever. The show's balance of humor, action, and emotional depth in its explorations of themes of war, trauma, forgiveness, and personal growth feels just as powerful and relevant today as it did when it first aired. Overall, Avatar The Last Airbender remains a benchmark for quality storytelling 2 decades later. So that's what I watched in 2025. I'm curious, what did you watch this year? Feel free to share in the comments down below. Before I sign off, I have a major channel update to share. After a lot of thought, I decided this will probably be my last yearly recap video. I mentioned before that I plan to scale back on videos, and this year really confirmed it for me. Creating content, especially my Road to Rebirth series, has taken a toll on me. As much as I enjoy talking about media, the entire process, writing the scripts, recording the video, gathering the footage and audio, editing, and uploading can be overwhelming and exhausting. On top of that, life outside YouTube has kept me busy. I want to devote more time to my art and the stories I hope to publish as books. Because of that, it makes more sense to share my yearly favorites in the community tab, on Letterboxd, and during Talkcast live streams. That said, I'm not leaving the channel behind. I still have a few videos in the works for 2026, including the promised rewrite of Jurassic World Rebirth, and a piece on how Chaos Theory succeeded where Dominion fell short. As for reviews, I'll play it by ear. If a new season of a show I covered before comes out and it's worth discussing, or if a series needs support, I might do a review of it. I also plan to keep making fan music videos, since those are a lot less stressful to produce. Believe me, this wasn't an easy decision, but I've realized that I find more joy in focusing on my art than on making videos. To close things out, I want to leave this inspiring quote from George Lucas.
One thing I discovered along the way is that several speakers up here have talked about happiness, and I've discovered along the way that happiness, you live in 2 worlds here. Happiness is pleasure, and happiness is joy. It can be either one. You add them up and it sort of falls under the uber category of happiness. Pleasure is short-lived. It lasts an hour, lasts a minute, lasts a month. And it peaks and then goes down. It peaks very high. But the next time you want to get that same peak, you have to do it twice as much. It's like drugs. You have to keep doing it because it insulates itself. No matter what it is, whether you're shopping, whether you're, engaged in any other kind of pleasure, that all has the same quality about it. On the other hand is joy, and joy is the thing that doesn't go as high as pleasure in terms of your emotional reaction, but it stays with you. Joy is something you can recall. Pleasure you can't. So the secret is that even though it's not as intense as the pleasure, the joy will last you a lot longer. And people who get the pleasure, they keep saying, well, if I can just get richer and get more cars, you'll never relive the moment you got your first car. That's it. That's the highest peak. Yes, you can get 3 Ferraris and a new Gulfstream jet, and maybe you'll get close. But you have to keep going, and eventually you run out. You just can't do it. It doesn't work. So if you're trying to sustain that level of peak pleasure, you're doomed. It's a very American idea, but it just can't happen. You just let it go. Peak, great. Pleasure is fun. It's great. But you can't keep it going forever. Just accept the fact that it's here and it's gone. and maybe again it'll come back, and you'll get to do it again. Joy lasts forever. Pleasure is purely self-centered. It's all about your pleasure. It's about you. It's a selfish, self-centered emotion that's created by a self-centered motive of greed. Joy is compassion. Joy is giving yourself to somebody else or something else. And it's a kind of thing that is, in its subtlety and lowness, much more powerful than pleasure. If you get hung up on pleasure, you're doomed. If you pursue joy, you will find everlasting happiness.